Todd Whittam here, owner and founder of Todd Whittam Tennis, also known as TW Tennis. In this clip, I want to speak to you about the notion that if you train with better players, you're going to become a much better player. I can tell you that this is not true, but it's fun and it's exciting to be training with higher level players than yourself. But it doesn't always translate into you becoming a much better player. It always comes down to the productivity of your workouts day in and day out. What are you working on, and how disciplined are you doing it day in and day out? I'll give you a great example. So in December, a lot of the American professionals, we all used to come together and we would train for the Australian Open. So it was a great time. It was the top guys ranging from the superstar American players to the guys that were playing the qualifying of the Australian Open. I can tell you that one of the worst workouts that I had as a professional tennis player was actually with one of our American superstars that was a top 10 player in the world. And you're thinking to yourself, how can that be? This guy is a superstar. Todd was going to play the qualifying of the Australian Open, and so it's probably an unbelievable experience and an amazing opportunity to be playing with players at that level. Let's go back to productivity of training. In this workout, there was really nothing that I was working on that was going to be beneficial to my game. It was very beneficial for that other player, but it had, what we were working on had nothing to do with how I play and how I needed to be really getting ready for the Australian Open. So you have a lot of parents that are going around and wondering why their child is on a court with a lower level player. And what I can tell you is that when I was growing up, I didn't really have players that were better than me, that were pushing me and pushing me to become a much better player. So the other players, I was bringing them up to my level, hopefully, and they were becoming much better by training with me. But I needed to come up with the best productive way to become better each and every day, as well as the coach that I was working with. And we did that in a very disciplined manner, and I became a much better player as a junior player from when I was coming up from the 12s, 14s into the 16s and 18s. So the bottom line is that it doesn't really matter who you train with. And the best tennis players in the world, they're the best. So who are they going to practice with? They don't have players better than them many times to practice with. They may be playing with a college player or a junior player, but between the coach and the player, they know exactly what they need to work on so that they can become a more successful player. That's first and foremost. It doesn't matter who you're training with. It matters how productive your daily workouts are. Best of luck with your tennis.